We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. On first down, Thomas. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Falcons are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down. They'll run for the first time to James Conner. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now we're first and 10 at the 11. Again, it's Conner. A gain of 3, second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. Second and 7. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up the fourth down. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. McPherson's kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The Eagles at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Thomas. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
And his throw here's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Faking the give. Now Watson. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Watson to the right side, and he's got more complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's counter. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line.
40 yards on the ground for him so far.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Fielded just inside the 20. Oh, twisting away. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to, but when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson, he's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 52 yards.
Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there. Connor is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Once again, it's Connor, and he will again go backwards as they drive him back to the 4-yard line.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Watson going to try and run it.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
And sometimes it doesn't matter how big and strong and powerful you are. The defense is going to win an occasional battle, and they did on that one. Stopped him well short of picking up a 1st down.
McPherson's kick is good,
and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now it's the backup Winston. It's complete to Snead. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient at picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Throwing on first down, Thomas. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Thomas. That one taken in by T. Higgins. Touchdown! T. Higgins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5 now. Thomas. He uncorks it for Snead. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there for Philly. 55 yards. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play, they max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Off the play fake, Thomas. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Jeremy Chin, so dangerous wherever he's at on the field, and that time he gets in there for the sack. To try again after the sack. Thomas. This is caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Kyle Pitts, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Watson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Here's Watson. He'll get this off to ETN. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From the red zone now, Watson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
A 3rd field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Watson looks to throw again. He hits his target, Lockett. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with ETN. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Travis Etienne in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Thomas. A final shot before break. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taken from about the 12. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Connor going to get it again on second down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Now Tucker to add the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Taken from about the 12. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Over the middle, it's complete.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On 1st and 10, Watson, quick slant, caught by Moore. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Here we go on 4th. Watson, he's going to have his running back. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Travis Etienne. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that will tie things at 20 all. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by J.C. Jackson, and the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ball game.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure.
And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Travis Etienne with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Falcons take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Thomas. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Here's Thomas. Throwing on 3rd and long. He uncorks it for Snead. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now Connor on the toss left side. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Watson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Looking deep downfield. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They go play action here on 1st down. And now here is another interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. James Conner, his 1st rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well. Especially the quarterback.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 62 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pick.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Aiken, the man in motion. To throw again on 2nd down. Thomas. He completes it to Snead. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Watson now to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Charles, there's something special about one of those big D linemen bringing it in off the tip there. Really nice coordination.
Very much so. And I think what we've seen, and I'm going to put it at about the last 5 years, maybe a little bit longer, coaches placing a bigger emphasis on ball drills, even for defensive linemen, because possession is so key. When you've got a chance to take one away, you want people comfortable with the football, and it paid off there.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's got some space here.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
On first down, Thomas. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
T. Higgins,
his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there. They'll toss this out right for Connor. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
On second and 10, Watson.
He finds Wilson.
The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Here's Watson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson. This to perhaps salt this one away. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a two-score game, his third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Taken from about the 12. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Thomas. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Thomas. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jeremy Chin picks it off. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and